Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm 15 and I've been thinking about sharing this story for quite a while already. And a few weeks ago, it took a turn that no one expected. The story is about me and my mom. Her name is Diane and I'm her only child. This is important to the story. She studied to become an architect but lost interest really fast, so she never actually worked as an architect. When she married my dad at 23, she was right at the point where she didn't really know what she wanted to do. Then pretty soon after, my mom got pregnant and that eventually helped her to decide. She started a blog. A mom blog or a baby blog, whatever you want to call it. As parents have told me, blogs were kind of blooming at that time, and a lot of people were starting their own. So this blog started as a kind of online diary for friends and family. My mom would write posts about her pregnancy and expectations and share tips and pictures, anything really. As the weeks went by, the blog gathered more and more readers, and a lot of them were strangers. The internet itself was growing quickly at this time. After I was born, my mom just got more enthusiastic. Now she had a lot more things to tell her readers about. Of course, this is stuff I can't remember since the blog is older than me. But as I have grown up, I've scrolled all the way down the blog feed to 2005. And there was everything. Pictures of me as a newborn baby, then as a toddler, and on and on. We'll get to that a little later. And it was not just about the pictures, of course. Almost every day she would write about what happened during that day, with the most intimate details. And I guess I learned a lot of stuff most kids are not supposed to know, like the fact that I wasn't planned. I mean, I'm totally fine with that, and all of these early posts are no problem in general. Things just got awkward as I was growing up. You don't have many secrets when you're a toddler, but as you get closer to your teenage years, you start to experience stuff you'd rather keep private. The problem was, my mom didn't seem to understand that. I think I was around 12 when I started to have problems with what she was posting because, I grew up with the blog, and for a really long time I didn't think it could be any other way. And the thing that still amazes me is that my mom did not lose interest over all these years. Of course, she doesn't post every day anymore, but she still does it at least 2 or 3 times a week. And the content changed. It was now about being a mom of a teenager. And that was the problem. Let me give you an example. When I was 13, I told my mom I liked a girl from my school. You see, I'm not that close with any of my friends, and I feel awkward sharing stuff like that with my dad. So I told my mom about my feelings, and we had a nice talk. Or so I thought at the time. And I felt terrible when I found out that the whole story got posted online. What made things even worse is the fact that the girl's mom was one of the blog's active readers. And even though my mom didn't mention the girl's name, it wasn't that hard to guess. That girl and I never brought this up, but I'm pretty sure she found out. That was the first time that my mom and I had a serious fight about the blog. I was trying to tell her that this stuff was private, and the last thing I wanted was for everybody to know. But she just didn't seem to understand. She said that these are things that every child is going through, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I wasn't embarrassed. I just didn't want to be exposed like that. Several months after this, things got even worse. One of my classmates came across my mom's blog online somehow. Of course, he was fast to tell the rest of the guys, and all of them found the time to scroll down her feed. Long story short, the next few weeks weren't easy for me. There were so many things my classmates were not supposed to know, including things I had said about them. And of course, every post had something that they could make fun of. I was deeply hurt, and I tried talking to my mom again, but she still refused to see the problem. So I just made the only decision possible. I stopped telling her anything about my life. And as the months passed, our relationship just got worse. Once she tried to talk to me about the problem, and I even thought we understood each other, but the next day she wrote a post about me being offended about the blog. I saw this post when we were having breakfast. I stood up, and I left in tears. I was desperate. I guess that was the point when my mom realized what she had done. That same night, she came to my room and said she was sorry. She finally realized that there was a problem. And imagine my surprise when she told me that she deleted the blog. I remember saying, totally shocked, "You didn't have to do this." But deep inside, I also knew that was the only way. And I know it wasn't easy for her to do at all. After all, the blog was a part of her life for 15 years. I guess there are hundreds and hundreds of moms worldwide that she helped over all this time. Now we are building our trust up all over again. Do your parents post stuff about you online? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments. And subscribe to the channel for more videos.